Game development is hard. So hard that I killed my characters over and over again, as you do in roguelike games. Last time, I created a very basic system where the scene would reload upon the death of the player. Since then, I updated it so that it would have a proper impact that is expected upon death in the type of game that I'm going for. First thing that I did is I started working on a basic death scene, where it would tell the player that they died and allow for them to restart. I want it to be kind of simple so that it would let it set into the player that they just died and lost the run. I also thought it would be interesting if I showed the card of the player that the player was using in the background. Now, just in the editor though, it would show the placeholder sprite that I made. After that, I added the card sprites and allowed for the player to restart back to the hub when they die. Now, what is a loss of progression without progression to actually lose? So, to fix that, I made a placeholder boss room and a placeholder intermission room, and then changed the procedural generated door so that it would move the player to the boss room, and added a door to the boss room that it would move to the intermission room. And you can guess what happens next. And now, in the future, I can fill these in to create more meaningful progress. And it only took 4 devlogs to get a proper game loop. If you're wondering why it doesn't take long for it to get to a boss room, it is because since the start of the development of the game, I have wanted it to have more of a focus on the bosses, so that the game could be more of a boss rush roguelike. However, getting the pacing correct will be very hard, so I will do it slowly throughout the development. But for now, I just made a 4th character for the game. This was going to be the joke character for the game. Their gimmick will be that they don't have an ability, and their main weapon wouldn't be too useful to use as the projectile will have gravity. This is what they look like. The character is a skeleton and throws some bones at the enemies. It will do a similar amount of damage to the main pumpkin character to stay a little balanced and not be too bad, and still viable if the player wants to use them. And that is the little update I have for you this week. In the upcoming weeks, updates from now on might be a little slow, because for quite a bit of it, it will be work behind the scenes like menus and stuff. The next video will most likely be on the secondary attacks, where it will be like a throw item, like a grenade and such. I will also hopefully have a name for the game by the next devlog, but that is not guaranteed because I have no ideas other than it might be a pun to do with gourds. Please subscribe and have a good day.